Oh, I'm good whenever you want to start yapping.
I'm yapping.
All right.
I'm Sean Cove. We're back. We were, if you're watching this, you probably should have watched part 1 that got put up on Tuesday this week. And this will be up on Thursday. Or if you're watching it on any other given day, or let's say you're watching it in 2024.
Sure, it'll be there.
Let's say it's March of 2024 and you're like, oh, let me check this thing out, right? What you got to do is go back and watch the previous episode.
Right.
Or flip-flop and watch the previous episode after you watch this one. Whatever you do, thanks for coming through. We're glad you're here. We're glad you're watching. Jesse James is in the chat still holding us down, and it looks like everybody else has disappeared.
We'll bring them back.
Yeah, they'll be back.
They always come back.
I freshened up my drink. I planned on only drinking one.
Right.
But your peer pressure.
Where's the seltzer? Yeah, well, that's what I do. I'm enabling you. Where's the seltzers at?
They're in the fridge.
Well, get the man a seltzer, please.
All right, get the guy a seltzer. I'm hosting a show and bartending.
Well, you could have picked it up on the way over.
Yeah. Or do you want some Coke? Nah, you don't need Coke.
Nah, I'm good with the coquito. Yeah.
You gotta drive. You already had one stiff thing.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Here, man. I'll keep it cordial for you.
Ah, thank you. I had over the holidays.
Cherry cordial.
I don't know whose brand it was.
Yeah.
But it was like the holiday pack, and it had toasted marshmallow, fruit punch, and 2 other flavors. I drank that entire thing in like 2 days. It was fantastic.
And you don't remember what brand it was?
No, it's like
I think
3 birds or something like that. I know where to get it, but I don't remember what it was.
I thought Bud Light did a toasted marshmallow, but that they did it in their fall pack.
That was my least favorite of the flavors because it was weird.
Yeah.
But the other ones were so good that it made up for it.
I never love any ciders. I have yet to have a cider where I was really... Oh, no,
Seltzer,
I'm lying.
seltzer.
Seltzer, yeah, that's what I mean.
The Bud Light lemonades.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. The Bud Light lemonade are phenomenal.
You like that?
Is that you?
That is me.
Nice.
That's the nicest Christmas gift I got this year.
That is kind of cool.
I got the @ on the back just in case people need to know where to find me. In case I
like
lose
that.
the cup, they can tweet me and return it.
That's pretty cool. Who got you that, Al?
That was actually my sister.
Nice.
She's
She be knowing.
she's not a good person, but this was a very nice gift.
At least, but she be knowing. Cool
she
shit.
came through this time. She tricked me and everything into getting the picture off of me.
Yeah, nice. What did she tell you she needed the picture for?
So my niece has. Are you familiar with the Cricut machines? So they have like
that
these,
it makes print
like
on
vinyl,
shit. Yeah.
vinyl cutouts. And so when she first got it, she asked me, I can make stickers. Do you want me to make you one? And I said, can you do this? And it's the actual picture is on the computer and it's got colors. And she's like, I don't know how to do it with colors. And I was like, all right, don't worry about it. Thank you for asking me. That was nice.
Yeah.
And then my sister came like 3 weeks before Christmas and she was like, hey, Lil got a new Cricut machine. Can we get that picture again? I think maybe she can get it done this time. I was like, oh, that would be cool. If she has time, whatever. And I sent the picture over, not thinking anything of it. And then that was the Christmas gift.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, it's popping.
It's been suggested to me that we should have some merch.
Listen, I'm all for it, but like we have 5 religious viewers, and maybe we get up to 10 on any given show. I don't think that's enough to yet invest in having merch. Maybe we got to go through like a cafe press thing or something like that.
I concur. That's what I told the guy who told me we should have merch. Justin Malatessa, what's up, buddy? Glad that you showed up. I was wondering where you were. I was wondering if we were going to see you tonight. That's what I said. I was like, look, we got like 4 people who will buy a T-shirt.
Right.
You know?
I think we could do like, I think it's called Cafe Press.
Where they send it as you buy it.
Yeah.
But also, here's the thing. Maybe the merch brings back people around to the show, right?
I see.
So what this person had said to me was like, yo, your work shirts are dope T-shirts.
Right.
Your 7-1 T-shirts are like dope shirts. You designed them good. You put them on a good T-shirt. It's a solid product, and that's what you work in. Like that's like a nice going out T-shirt, like hanging out. So just make some nice T-shirts. I'll wear one. And this was somebody who doesn't really listen.
Okay.
But who knows that I got an eye for some design. So
did they advise you why they don't really listen though? Like they are taking a vested interest in your success, which is nice.
They listen a little bit, but you can't really expect everybody to listen all the time.
No,
you
I
know?
certainly can't. But
And some people just aren't podcast people.
which is fine. I have no problem with that. But if they're that vested in your success that they're talking through things like this with you, I would expect that they were like I listen all the time, or
Yeah.
I put it on in my car every time I'm in the car by myself.
They don't.
Yeah, okay.
But that's because he listens to me 8 hours a day for 5 days a week.
The job. He's got his own gig.
Yeah. But I've been kicking it around in my noggin lately,
Yeah.
which also we have some other businesses to discuss.
Okay.
And that's what we're going to talk about on this part of the show.
Good.
But I've been kicking it around in my head, right? And I think of guys like West Side Gun and Nems.
Okay.
Who they've created these lines of merch that are more than just merch for their product, right? These
Okay.
are now like fashion items. Like
Yeah.
Nems has all these Gorilla Jones and does all these hoodies and hats that got these dope designs on them and is much more than just like, a hat that says the GiG on it or a hat that says Nems in some plain ass print.
Right.
West Side Gun is doing these limited runs of different shirts and merch and shit like that he's fetching like $110 a hoodie because he's putting it on a quality hoodie and he's giving you kind of a fly design, right? So maybe there's that angle to play where we get, I wouldn't ask you to invest anything in it at this point because it doesn't look, I'm rolling the dice on myself, right?
Okay.
So the idea would be that, hey, maybe I make the best t-shirt, the best hoodie, the best hat, whatever we decide to go with first, the best design that we could make. And the idea is that maybe that piece of merch grabs some attention to then funnel back to the actual product, which is the podcast.
So it's a thought.
Yeah. I'm not sold on it yet,
I think,
but it's an idea.
I think the way you're thinking about it is better served for like a billboard or a stack of stickers at the Wawa register versus a T-shirt. I thinking for myself, like if I'm driving down the road, it actually happened around here, and there's something tapped to the telephone pole that says, check out blah.com.
Yeah.
I might be tempted to go do that. But if somebody walks by me with a T-shirt on, regardless of how well it's designed, I'm less inclined to go. I don't know why. I'm just saying the way like if we drove past a billboard that just said at the GiG podcast and that's all it said, I would be like, well, what the fuck is that? And why are they buying a billboard about it? And then I'm going to the site. But if you had that shirt on when we were out, I would just be like, all right, here's a guy wearing a shirt. Probably it has something to do with him. Cool.
Yeah, I see. Here's how I'm not thinking of it like that.
Okay.
I get what you're saying though, right? And I think that you're right in that facet. Like I've even thought of going guerrilla tactics and printing up business cards that just get handed to everybody.
Right.
Boom. Here, check us out. What I'm thinking is we design a nice piece of merch that maybe says the GiG on it. Maybe it's going to take some thinking to find the right thing. But that piece of merch is so eye-catching online that people are like, I don't care what it is.
Going to the site.
I like that.
Right.
I like that T-shirt. That T-shirt is dope. I want one of those, right?
Okay.
Now they buy that T-shirt, find out that, oh, these guys are associated with a podcast that they run. Let's check out the podcast.
All right.
Less than a not so much of a marketing tool as far as like, oh, I seen a T-shirt that said the GiG. I had to find out what the GiG
Just
is
driving
because
directly
you're
to the site.
absolutely right. I don't give a fuck what some dude's T-shirt says. I'm not paying that much attention to nobody.
Right.
It's more of a, hey, maybe
Like
we can
It's
hustle.
almost like cross promotion.
Exactly. Maybe we can make something fly enough that the T-shirt sells itself and then brings people back after they find out that this dope-ass T-shirt.
It's part of this dope ass podcast.
Exactly.
I got you.
So I don't know. I'm kicking it around in my head. Absolutely 2022, the goal is to make $1.
All right.
All right.
That's where the Patreon comes in.
Or there's get Lil Xan to wear it.
There you go.
Perfect. If we can get Lil Xan to have the GiG podcast T-shirt, bro, I'll take it.
slip him a couple orange bottles, and tell him,
What
wear
if
the
we
shit.
just we'll make it a T-shirt that has a Xanny bar on it, and
Right.
instead of saying Xanax on the bar, it just says the gig.
The gig.
Yeah.
7-1 Entertainment.
7. There it is. Thank you for reminding me
7-1 Entertainment.
that I haven't touched the soundboard all day. Where else can I touch it? What's here?
In the dull and
Oh, that's the
commonplace
beat from last week.
occurrences of
Yeah.
day-to-day living.
I gotta tell you, Biz's
One thing
freestyle from
stands
last
out
week,
as a
not one of his
completely
best.
Unique experience.
I
Not bad,
I don't-
but not one of his best.
I feel like it's my fault. Like, if he doesn't do
not.
his best, I feel like it's my fault. But last week in particular, he was really all over the place.
Yeah.
And I can't help him with that. Like,
Yeah.
I could say, okay, the beat was too slow or too fast and it didn't work, fine. That one, he just seemed a little scatterbrained on it, which happens. He's been doing some pretty fucking impressive work for
Absolutely.
quite a few weeks in
Yeah,
a row. He's allowed to slip up every now and then, but that was this. I think he was just scatterbrained. Like,
Yeah. No, I agree. It wasn't one of his best. However, we do have some of his best on the YouTube. So go check the YouTube because you can see some amazing. Biz is one of the greatest, hands down, signed, unsigned, here, there, across the world. Biz, in my book, is one of the greatest freestylers off the top that I have ever heard. He's top 5.
I purposely do the beats. They're all about 5 minutes apiece now, because I have found that he starts out and he's like gathering steam, and then he will find a pocket each week and then
And gets
rock
busy
into
in
that
it,
pocket
yeah.
and just go fucking nuts.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm hoping for each time, and that's why the stopping and starting last week killed him.
Yeah.
Because he finds this role, and once he's in there, he's like, oh yeah, this is where I need to be.
It's unreal.
And he just kills it.
Yeah, it's unreal. So we have a couple of those on the web, on the www.thegigpodcast.com, which takes you to the YouTube page. I highly recommend, if you are a fan of hip-hop, that you check those out, because fucking Biz is better than most MCs. Biz off the top is better than most MCs with a pen and a pad.
I'm with that.
Yeah, he's fucking phenomenal. And I don't even like Biz, but I can't deny the man's talent, you know?
Justin wants you to check your text, but Justin,
I can't, Just.
the phone's being used as a camera.
So whatever you might have to tell us.
If you want to PM it to me,
yeah, send Payday a
if
DM.
it's something for the show or whatever, I can take a look at it.
Or just put it in the chat and
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see
fine
it
too.
there. I mean, whatever you got to say, you can share it with the boys, I think.
Hopefully.
I think. So, this is the 2 NFTs and a Metaverse episode.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get into that.
Okay.
The NFT thing blowing up right now.
Oh, huge. It's huge.
Yeah.
You see somebody just got their NFTs stolen?
Well, I mean, it's not
like-
that hard. All you got to do is screenshot the fucking thing.
No. The actual
How did it get stolen?
they broke into their crypto wallet and cleaned it out. So it was like
and like hacked it.
$200 million stolen.
No.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's what you're saying no to?
Ray? Damn, bro. No fucking. Hold on, dude.
What's Ray's?
Santiago.
Give me a second.
I'm sorry for the pause in the show, but if that's
breaking news.
yeah, if that's the
heartbreaking
case,
news.
yeah. Oh man. Yep.
Any info on how it might have happened?
I could give you a guess.
Well, I don't want to guess in honor of the deceased.
Yeah, no.
I'd
It
rather
doesn't
know.
matter. It doesn't matter, dude.
Well, it does.
Right. It doesn't matter in public.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Oh
I'm with
man. Well, we will let us take a moment of silence. Our a brother of the show, damn, Just, a brother of the show we just found out passed away. He was a guy who I was on a few vacations with, and he was a big part of the chat. You know, he was through here every week, dropping a couple of comments and giving us shit to talk about and answering things. And we had discussed him even coming on the show live at some point when he was in the area.
Yeah.
And he would hit me up on a regular basis just to kind of say, hey, what's up, man? I checked out the last one. This was good. That was good. Talk about this. So I won't be getting those texts anymore, and we will take a quick moment of silence for Ray. And he's got he left a baby boy. Well, not a baby boy, a son who's probably a teenager at this point. So
That sucks.
yeah, it's whack, man. But we got no choice but the show must go on. So I will be sad later, and I will shake it off right now and deal with the show that we have in front of us.
The Metaverse.
Yeah. Fuck, dude, that's whack, man. Damn, dude, that's fucking super whack. Well, Just, I appreciate the info, even though it's fucking terrible info. That's fucked up, dude. I thought he was doing all right with himself, man. He was doing all right with himself. Oh, so somebody's
They had their NFT stolen to the tune of about $200 million. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the idea, is that NFT can't make an NFT in his honor, Justin says.
Well, we can do that.
But I thought the idea is that an NFT can't be stolen. Like, he's not going to be able to sell it. You might have stole it, but you can't sell it, right?
Oh, sure you can. Just like you can sell any other stolen art.
Yeah, but you're going to have to know. But they're going to know it's stolen when he goes to sell it.
Don't you think other stolen
I'm not saying
art,
it will matter, but
Right.
what I'm saying is that, like, this is the idea of the NFT, is that this is
the person,
traceable.
Well, no, that's the thing. The cryptocurrency is not. Well, it is not really traceable. Fundamentally, that's the idea of it. Is it's cash. So if I get my hands on your cash, you can never recoup it from me unless you got video of me stealing it, right? Like if I pick your pocket and take the cash out and walk away, that's it. You have no way to recoup that cash. And that's kind of fundamentally what the idea of the cryptocurrency is that it's cash that you can use originally to buy drugs online so that nobody could trace your transactions.
Yeah.
And it's blossomed into all of this other fraudulent shit. But the idea of the NFT is like you're the only person who holds the certificate of authenticity for this piece of art. So yeah, the next person who buys one of these, because these are pretty well-known NFTs, the next person who buys them is absolutely going to know they're buying stolen stuff.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have it, and you're not going to know who it is. And if they just sit on it, the problem is that person. Because here's the thing.
Who's going to buy the stolen
Who's going to
piece?
buy the stolen piece from them? Because if you can, that's where you can entrap. That's where you can catch them. Because the guy selling it now, if he's smart, he sells it within limited range of places. The next person who tries to sell it, everyone's going to know that this is a stolen piece of art, and maybe it's a cop trying to buy it from you.
But that's what I'm saying, is that, like, I feel like, okay, so you could sell it.
Right.
Technically, you could sell it. But the idea is that, like, you're going to know, like, you're right. I'm going to sell it to you. You go sell it to somebody else. Any which way, we're going to be able to trace it back to the guy who originally stole it. No?
No.
Okay.
No, the transaction between you and I is anonymous.
So I thought it was like all tracked at NFT.
It's not really. The only thing that's passed on from person to person is, like I said, I'm simplifying, but it's the certificate of authenticity.
Yeah.
So if I break in and I steal your art and the certificate of authenticity, when I sell it to the next person, if we, exchange it for cash, there's no way to trace it back to me unless that person blabs or rats me out. But if they're not rappers, they can't.
Well, the problem is
rat
that
anyway, right?
This is now always a black market piece of art,
100%.
right?
100%.
So, but to me, NFT doesn't make sense to begin with.
Okay.
But as much as I could wrap my head around it, it makes even less sense as a black market item that you can't publicly share that you have this.
Yeah, I agree. But again, and I keep comparing it to like very famous paintings.
Yeah.
But like there are people who have bought stolen paintings. And you really can't throw that up on a wall, right? Because like if you're rich and famous in the first place, like, oh look, that looks just like the real Mona Lisa. Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna go, I don't think he should have the Mona Lisa in his house.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the same way with the NFTs, only it's even a little more odd because it's digital. So like it's like you're gonna hang a screen on your wall and go, hey, look, I own these, and they're stolen, but it's all really fucking weird at that point.
Unless, right? Because we're dealing with a whole new world here.
Yeah.
So unless now the idea that it's stolen makes it more,
Adds value to it.
yeah. You
Now
know?
it's like part of like a treasure hunt.
Like now this is like, oh, we had like especially this first one. Like
Right.
I have, because you could tell your buddies, right? I could tell if I have something that's stolen, I can tell you, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I know that if I had a stolen painting, I could say, "Pay, fucking check this
Yeah,
out,
look,
dude." And you're gonna
take the
be
cover
like,
off, oh shit.
and you're gonna be like, "You fucking asshole, dude! How did you get that? They're just fucking you're out of your fucking mind, right?"
Right.
So now it adds just kind of like a social value between me and you.
Yeah.
It may not be I might not be able to go sell it at a fucking auction,
Right.
but I do get my social props from the guys who think that it's funny that I have a stolen piece of art.
As we're sitting here and I'm thinking through all the various options, all the permutations, I think the move would be to steal it and then offer to sell it back to the original owner. Just steal it and then, hop on a couple.
Steal it from the guy who stole it.
No. Steal it. Steal it from the original
Oh,
owner.
hold it hostage.
Jump on a couple different VPNs so that it looks like I'm in Sweden or something.
Yeah.
Like if you want your ship back, send me, and lowball it. Send me $20 million for your $200 million worth of stuff. And he's gonna be like, all right, fine, and send it anonymously, and then you get your stuff back.
What was the NFT?
It was this. It's starting to be kind of controversial, but there's this Bored Ape is this boating company, and I guess they do clothing too. And they have, I'm trying to bring them up, and they bring up all these. They're a lot like Bathing Ape, and I don't know if they ripped off Bape to do this,
It sounds about right.
but
They're ripping off everybody.
they're a yacht club, and let's see, and they have all these. Here they are.
Yacht Monkey?
Kind of, sorta, yeah. I'm trying to. So here's their website, so you get a feel for it. While I'm looking for some other stuff. But like they have the monkey. They have their mascot monkey, and he's doing a bunch of different stuff. And some people are a little iffy on the things that these monkeys are doing because of the association that monkeys can have with racism and things like that.
Well, everybody loves to find fucking.
Yeah, and as I look through the pictures, some are definitely not that, but some are a little iffy. These are not iffy. These are not that. But like,
Yeah, I've seen these.
These guys, right?
Yeah.
So somebody owns like 6 NFTs of this stuff, and it's worth X dollars because he paid X dollars for it.
Yeah.
And then somebody stole it, and now like he can't prove that he owns it anymore.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's phenomenal, actually. I love it that this guy got his NFT stolen. That's what you get for fucking buying a fucking $200 million thumbnail, you fucking retard.
It doesn't have to be thumbnail. It can be full resolution.
Okay, all right. Well, great. Because also, if I want it, I'll fucking screenshot it and use it.
Right, but you don't have any.
No, but I still have it.
Yeah, you have it, but you.
Same idea.
The world you live in, there's no prestige in being the only owner of it. That's what I'm saying. Like, there's no prestige. So you own.
Yeah, no, I don't.
You know what I mean? Like nobody's gonna look at you, let's say, with this on your wall, and either they're gonna say that's a cool piece of art or that's not a cool piece of art.
Right.
No one's ever gonna ask you, oh, is that the original?
Right.
Oh, did you have the artist draw that just for you? No one's gonna give a fuck
Right.
in the circles you live.
Because I'm a normal person.
Because you're.
Because I'm not a fucking retard
You
who's
haven't-
going to spend $200 million for a Takashi fucking cheetah monkey.
You haven't ascended to the level of richness where
I
those sort of
haven't.
picayune things matter.
You're right. You're right. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to. You're right. I don't live in a world that matters.
Right.
But I'm trying to get into the world where things like this matter.
These are at this level what we're discussing. This is that FU stuff. That's all that. That's when you have so much fucking money that your only game left is how do I show off? How do I let everybody know that I have more fucking money than them? Right? Like you look at some of these supercars that
I
are out
spend
there.
$200 million on a
Right,
sticker.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like you look at some of these supercars like the Koenigsegg's and stuff like that, where they're these unbelievable pieces of machinery that you couldn't drive on a single fucking road in America because the minute you hit a rock, the whole thing's
Yeah.
gonna shatter. But people own them because you can just say, hey, here's the keys to my Koenigsegg, and you'd be like, fuck, that's a $1.3 million
But it's
car.
still, it just doesn't make sense to me. At 200, like, if I'm gonna throw 200 million away,
Right.
I'm gonna throw it away to I'm gonna go walk into the projects and throw it off the top of the building.
Unless that $200 million is like $20 to you. Right? If I told you a year ago you can buy $20 worth of Dogecoin, it might work out, it might not work out, but it's $20, so you don't really care.
Yeah.
So you need to get to the level where 200 million is your $20.
Yeah, no, but that's what I'm saying is if 200 million is my 20
You're
bucks,
still going to dump it in
I'm
useful
still
places.
aware that 200 million is a lot of money to a lot of other people. It's a
you
lot of
don't
money
think-
to multiple other people.
You don't think they want to see you doing well with bathing or Bored Ape stuff?
I'm pretty sure the projects don't give a fuck if I have a Takashi Cheetah Monkey sticker.
You say that, right? And I'm with you on it in general. But if I have a pair of fucking, whatchamacallit, Union Jordans and I walk through the hood, people are going to be like, whoa, you got those $700 Jordans. That's fucking wild. So it's just a matter of finding where, what appeals to,
Yeah, but
to that
700
demographic. 700 is different than 200
Yeah.
million, of course. But
And I would probably have to have 200 million before I decide that spending 1,500 on Union Jordans is a good idea.
right. Yeah.
But here's the thing. I'm trying to break into this world.
Okay.
Okay?
So
I
let's do it.
finally, like we've discussed last week, I'm not usually an early adapter. But I see the movers and shakers
Yeah.
working in the digital world, right? Like digital real estate now is popping.
Yes.
I just somebody bought Snoop's neighbor's house in the digital
In
world
the metaverse or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
for like 250,000 or 400,000 or something like that. Not
Right.
Snoop's house.
No.
Snoop's neighbor.
Right. And not really Snoop, digital Snoop.
Yeah.
Like there's no I can't, again, it's something I can't wrap my head around. Like the idea, if I'm out shopping for houses and my options are buy house X or buy house Y, and they're the same exact house except one is next to Snoop, I might consider that's kind of
That's kinda cool.
That's an advantage.
Yeah. Especially for a guy, but for you particularly because
yeah,
you're in the music
Yeah,
industry.
for me in particular. But I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people. He's got enough reach at this point. There's probably a lot of people. That would be pretty cool to live next to Snoop. I might get up in the morning, grab my newspaper, see him coming in for the night. I might hear him with a party and he's doing a new song. There's a lot of little things. It's the fucking digital Snoop. You can't even guarantee when you go on that he's going to be
That
there.
he's gonna be
It's just a
around.
house.
Yeah.
And it's just a drawing of a house at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of ridiculous.
I'm as tech nerdy as it gets, and some of this shit just seems so odd to me. It's just just people have just found a way to show off their money to a larger crowd.
Yeah. No, and you're right. I get the feeling that that's exactly what it is. I can't believe Ray died. That's fucking whack. And that's exactly what it is that it looks like it's just a way to blow money.
Yeah,
You got so much money, you got to blow it somewhere, and this is like a joke to you.
yeah.
But Snoop's house,
$500,000.
Snoop's neighbor,
Right. $500,000 to be Snoop's neighbor.
Digital Walmart, the
Right.
fucking Bored Ape Yacht Club. All these real estate places, these digital real estate places, need remodeling at some point.
Of course they do.
Okay? Now, I don't know the digital world, but I know the remodeling world. So right now, if you're listening, what I'm doing, and this isn't going to last long, so you're going to want to get in touch with me soon, is I am selling my digital construction company.
Okay.
It's a remodeling company. We built some skyscrapers somewhere in the digital world that haven't been sold yet. They're
Right.
there. They're there somewhere. We just have to find
We're renting out the
uncover.
floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I am going. But the thing about this is that this is a multi-million-dollar digital construction company,
Absolutely.
and I'm going to sell it for a fraction of what it's worth because I think that somebody else. I have so much going on in the real world. I'd love to throw it to the wind.
You don't have the time to tend to it the way you want to.
I'd love to throw the real world to the wind, and maybe I will. Maybe I'll withdraw this from the market and I'll just strictly focus on my digital remodeling company. However, right now, I haven't figured out how to fully submerge myself into the metaverse full time.
You haven't seen its reliability yet.
Yeah, I mean, this could all fall apart next week, but
Right.
it's not going to, and that's why you should buy 7-1 Digital Remodeling.
Now's the time, because the only thing that can happen in the future is it goes up in value. So this is your low point into all of this.
Yes.
If you sit around too long, what's worth $1 million today is going to be worth $5 million tomorrow.
Exactly.
And then you're cooked. And then you're cooked.
Yeah, you're gonna
get
be
in
the
now,
guy-
so you can be the one that holds it for $5 million.
Do you want to be the guy who owns the digital skyscrapers or the guy who builds the digital skyscrapers?
You want to be the guy who's the landlord of the digital skyscrapers, collecting
Well,
money every
if
month.
if you build them, you can be the landlord.
That's right.
Okay. Now, what do you need to build them? You need a construction company.
You need a construction company.
What we have here,
It's a construction company.
exactly.
And all you need beyond that is some CAD skills, and I got those.
No. Listen, that's not how it works. This shit this is all fake. You
Oh.
just say you have a thing. As far as I know, you just say you have a thing
No.
and somebody gives you money for it.
You need to represent something. You need to at least build the model homes.
Okay.
So we build
Okay.
the model homes, and then we show them what's what, and then we'll turn the blueprints over for X amount of dollars, and then
What?
you guys are good to go.
What? Okay. Let's talk about this for real now.
Let's take it down a notch.
Let's talk about this in a very real manner.
All right.
We could, without a doubt, if you have enough CAD skills to make a box inside of a box,
Right.
we can build a model home.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, plots of land. How do we
How do we
accumulate
obtain them?
plots of land? Because what we can do, now we can market, all these $400,000 fucking $1 million homes are being sold. $1 million digital real estate is being sold, right?
Right.
We market this to the working man who's like, I'm interested. This is weird. I want to see what's up with it.
Right.
We're selling $50 houses,
Right.
right, in the digital world. Now, we just need to figure out how to get the digital plot of land so that we could give you, we're just going to give you a very basic house. You got a kitchen, you got a bedroom. Nothing fancy, right? But this house gets you into the digital world, so now you could walk over to the next neighborhood over
And that's where Snoop lives.
where Snoop lives.
Right.
You know? How can we get a digital plot of land? We need digital acres, a few digital acres.
I'm working on it.
This is not a Julie Corsale. I'm not sure who that is, but welcome. Thanks for coming through. We appreciate you stopping by. And I hope I said your name right. This is a really good pen that I got a pack of for Christmas. You can get in on this, dude. You can get in on the digital construction company. Apparently, you've got an interest in NFTs. So I don't see any reason why you can't be the project manager of my digital construction company. You've got project management skills and you got interest in NFTs. I don't see what else you need. Now find us a plot of land. We need about, maybe 20 digital acres to be able to make this happen, I think. And then we start selling houses like a Orleans company or a Paparone.
Or Paparone, yeah.
You know?
Or what's the big one now with the two initials?
I don't know.
What the fuck is his name? He's the one who's everywhere now, building all these fucking
I don't know.
DW something or another.
But we sell homes on a quarter acre. You get the American dream in the metaverse for about $50 to $100. And we're selling quantity. This goes back to the thing that Beanie Siegel told me that I live by, man. Fuck making more, dog. I'm stressing the flip. I live by it. We sell a whole lot of cheap properties. Or, hey, let's buy 1 acre, build a high rise. We could keep going up. Listen, I don't think there's a digital inspector.
Like an appraiser.
No, an inspector.
Oh, like actual.
Who's going to tell us like, hey, this isn't up to CO.
This isn't up to code. I got you.
Yeah, this ain't up to code. We can build a fucking 300-story building straight up and just sell project apartments.
Yeah.
It'll be a digital slum. We're going to be digital slumlords.
We're not going to sell one thing for $1 million. We're going to sell 1 million things for $1 and just pack them all in because there's no height limit.
No, that's what I'm
We
saying.
just keep adding. Look, we need more room. We're just going to add to the top.
Need another floor
Like
on
another
top.
tier on a cake.
And how easy is it? Especially if you were building just one big box, Problem with the metaverse is the original creators own everything and they're charging crazy prices for stuff. Okay, so that's the first problem. Now that means we need to create our own verse.
We need to have our own spur.
Yeah. We need the poor man's metaverse. Why is this thing not working, man?
We need to build middle class metaverse. Everybody else is trying to build high class metaverse. We need middle class metaverse.
Middle class verse.
Middleverse.
Middleverse. Middle Earth.
There you go.
We'll call it Middle Earth.
And we'll sell rings.
Are you finding anything?
D.R. Horton, that's the name of the company.
Oh, are you finding anything on how much an acre costs in the metaverse?
It looks like to get in on these things, we're gonna have to invest about $1,000, maybe $1,500. But
I'm not against putting $1,000 down for an acre that we can build.
Right.
Mad.
But I'm trying to figure out. First of all, there's several places selling real estate, so what's the most beneficial? And then secondly, if we buy our acre, what are we permitted by the owners of the world to do on that acre? Because we want to build a 500-story skyscraper, and that may not be permitted in their metaverse.
Well, but what are they going to do if we do it anyway?
Delete you.
Okay,
and then you're going to be ass out your
no,
money.
Okay, here comes, actually, I'm glad that this came up because this brings me on to the next part of the digital episode here, the digital gig episode, right?
Okay.
Now, we go in, they say, hey, look, you can only build a single family dwelling. And we're like, no, that's all we're doing. You know, just
that's us.
And just going to follow the rules here, right?
Single family, SFD.
We build
3 bedrooms and closets.
We build 1 story. It's a box. You know what I mean? We're in now, okay? We let some time go by. We're like, okay, they're not watching. Add another story. Turn it into apartment number 2. Boom. They're not watching, right? A little more time goes by. 3rd story.
We just keep inching it
Keeps
up.
going on. We get to about the 74th story. Okay?
Right, and then they get wise. But we've already sold every story.
We've sold a bunch.
Right.
So now we've already got the bread. So that's also a plus. But we're at the 77th story. They're like, yo, you can't do that. Now, in order for this to work, this has to be a sole venture on your part.
Okay.
Okay? Because with another $1,000 that I buy a plot of land across town, okay? What I build on my plot of land, privatized prison.
Okay.
You broke the rules. Now,
right.
We could delete you from the metaverse.
Or
we could send you to meta prison.
Meta jail.
Yeah, so every time you throw on your VR goggles or however the fuck you get into the metaverse, because I still don't have any idea.
Right. You're behind bars.
You're behind bars.
Well, yeah, you're out in the yard lifting.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
You're on the compound.
Right.
Right? Because I don't know if we discussed this last week or we didn't, but apparently the first digital sexual assault has happened recently.
I would imagine that's going to be a very big thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Now, I find that it's going to be pretty hard, I feel, to prosecute a man in the real world for groping a woman in the digital world.
Sure.
Seems like a far-fetched reason to go to jail.
It's bananas.
However,
in meta jail,
in the metaverse,
when we build our super meta prison,
this is what I'm saying, and we privatized prison. Look at the money that privatized prisons make in the real world. You know what I mean? It's fucking billions.
So here's the question, and I'm asking it as a question, not as a deterrent. All the privatized prisons are usually incentivized by the government or by other private entities to fill out their prisons, and that's how they make a majority of their money. Who's incentivizing us to jail everyone?
Well,
that's the trick.
You want to know who?
I do.
You're not going to like it.
I'm listening, though.
The Democrats.
Okay.
Far extreme. What's Democrats, left or right?
Left.
Extreme left-wing political parties in the metaverse, right?
Okay.
Because that's the cancel culture, right? Who's always, it seems like they're the ones who are looking for people to do wrong so that they can make whether it's make a story about it, a fuss about it, a lesson about it, you know what I mean? Whatever it is. It seems that the far left activists are who's looking to point out someone's wrongs and how they should be acting.
Okay.
So we need to get on board with them so that when they find the next guy who, who got caught talking to a girl who's 17 and 11 months, now, he's only talking to her online.
Well, what's the age of consent in the metaverse?
It's got to be probably the same.
Well, it changes from state to state in America.
Well, we'll find out in the metaverse. Let me just go with
I'm with you. I'm
so when a guy is, look, as wrong as it is, and as much as I frown upon somebody having a conversation with a 17-year-old girl on DMs, legally, you're in a very gray area that you might not be wrong or be able to be prosecuted.
Okay.
However, in the metaverse, if we decide that you're wrong and able to be prosecuted for doing that, now we need somewhere to put you.
Right.
We're the guys who have somewhere to put you. We can, we'll put you there for anything. We'll just talk to the guys running the metaverse, and we say, hey, whoever you want to lock up, you send them on our way, right? We're gonna and we will put them inside of this space and make it a living nightmare for them, as terrible as you could think. It's going to be a concentration camp for criminals, meta-criminals. Menimals, right? Any menimal is going to be locked up in our our prison, because they did wrong, and they're just going to have to deal with the most horrific things that you could think of. Worse things than they'd have to deal with in the real world, because we can't get in trouble for torture. Let me just, I'll throw a curveball at that. If you can get in trouble for sexual harassment in the metaverse, why can't you get in trouble for torture? Because we're the prisons. Yeah, but there's got to be some sort of Amnesty International. The same reason that COs in real prisons can fuck up prisoners without being dealt with, because you're in charge. Yeah. Okay. Because you're the guy in charge of it, so nobody can really say shit to you, and you're on board with the guys who are in charge of the world.
All right, so 7-1 confinement. That's the new business plan.
The 7-1 shoe.
7-1 shoe.
Yeah. I think that's it, dude.
All right.
I think we need to get into the digital construction market.
And then the digital prison market.
And the metaverse privatized prisons. And that is going to be, fuck this podcast, dude. We're just going to be sitting pretty being prison guards.
We'll do the podcast from the prison.
We'll be the most paid prison guards ever created, ever seen. Nobody has ever seen a CO who's walking the tier, unlocking gates, who's getting paid like we're getting paid, dog. Because you got to also think, those who are running this joint have so much money to throw away that they wouldn't mind paying it to us.
They want to keep the neighborhood quiet.
Exactly. They don't. They have such a vested interest in getting rid of people who speak against their values that they would throw money our way just to keep them locked up. Now, you say to yourself, well, why wouldn't I just take off my VR goggles and live in real life?
And be done, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not how it's going to work. You're going to be at like a work meeting. You can't just jump off.
Yeah. The idea is that everybody's in the metaverse. So you could leave, but then you're out here in the real world walking the streets, the empty streets with fucking
with nobody.
Tumbleweeds
you and the
passing
homeless
by.
People, yeah.
There's nobody to even talk to. And then also,
we're going to use some of that money to house the homeless people in the metaverse.
There you go. We give back to the community and make sure that the homeless people can also get into the metaverse.
We're giving out Oculus to everybody.
Exactly. You see where I'm at with it?
I do.
Okay.
I think there's actually portions of it that
make very good sense, right?
Incredibly good ideas.
I know.
And there's portions of it that we're just being we're blowing it a little out of proportion. But there's probably room for all of it if you pitch it to the right person at the right time, to be honest. All of this metaverse stuff, all of this NFTs, cryptocurrency, it's all timing and who decides to catch on to it and make it viral.
You got to figure out the first. You know what I mean? Like the lady who first claimed sexual assault in the metaverse, she's got a little bit of stain because she was the first one to claim it.
Right.
Whether it happened or not, it could have not happened, and she just claimed it, And since she said it, you're like, oh, somebody got assaulted in the metaverse. You know what I mean? Like, you just
Right.
have to be the first one to think of something. So we're going to be the first digital construction company and the first privatized prison.
Well,
Now, who do we talk to?
I'm trying to find if the first option we can be the first. We can't be the first or the second option.
There's already a privatized prison?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
But we can build a better one.
Is it privatized?
Yeah, it looks
Or
like
is it more of a state-run facility?
I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, but they keep trying to sell me used furniture, so I'm not sure.
Well, that's what they got their guys making in
Yeah.
the fucking in the shop. They're trying to push their product.
That's how they pay for their meta drugs.
Yeah. Although, so I also, while we're in the digital realm here,
Yeah, we should definitely make an NFT out of this show.
sure, you have my permission if you fucking can figure out how to do it.
What about after,
Nobody's gonna buy it.
What about after the show? Right?
Yeah.
After the show, hear me out. We cut off the cameras, and we just leave the audio on,
Okay.
and you kick a freestyle, and we NFT it.
Nobody's gonna buy it.
You,
I'll do it.
You say that, but do you see some of the things that people are buying?
Well, listen. Okay, here's the problem with that. That's fine, but my freestyles are so terrible.
It's not what it's about. It's just at this point, it's just about people exclusively owning things.
Right. That is true. I just can't. I would hate to sell a freestyle NFT for 1.2 million and have it be trash.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. Because then, you'll have 1.2 million reasons to not care that it's trash.
I'll tell you what.
Here.
You find a buyer and
Look at
I'll
this guy.
freestyle.
Look at this guy selling these. This is what this guy's selling. Every day he takes a noun
Yeah.
and he makes an 8-bit picture of something representing that noun. And he's selling these. There is no quality control on NFTs. There's just the idea of exclusivity and being first to market.
How much are they going for?
Let me see what he's doing. Hold on. I'm bringing it over here.
I'm going to start selling NFT graffiti.
So if I say make an offer, it's going to make me log in first.
NFT hand styles.
Well, yeah, that would be...
Can we do this? Can
Yeah.
you make it? Can we figure out how to get NFT hand styles?
Absolutely. If you can, you have to find a way. You have to find what's going to be best for you to get your hand style into the computer. Scanning is probably not the way to go.
No,
But
I'll get a program and
get a drawing program.
yeah.
We can post NFTs.
I'll
yeah.
get a stylus and a drawing program.
Yeah, there's nothing to getting involved. There's just the matter of the part where hopefully someone catches on and wants to buy it for a decent amount of money. But yeah, getting them up there is not a difficult proposition.
Can you really figure out how to do it?
100%.
Okay. Then what kind of graffiti things am I going to do?
You do what you would want to do. Don't worry about catering to any particular person. You do something that just looks dope and then give it to me and then I'll post it and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Like
We'll just do like words like blessed.
you could do like this guy's doing right. Do now. So we'll get a picture. We'll get a still picture of a subway train.
Yeah.
And then you just do your art on the side of the subway train, and we'll make that the NFT.
No, we're just going to do, I'm just thinking hand styles of words,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I got to, okay, here's the plan for this week.
Only 7-letter words
Okay. Why?
for 7-1.
Okay, fair enough. Here's the plan for this week. I'm going to look into getting a good, and let's talk about this tomorrow when I'm more sober.
Sure.
But right now, while I've got 3 drinks in me, this sounds like at least a decent idea that I'll look into the best program and stylus to buy for my tablet and start just fucking.
I think I already know what the program is. You just got to find the stylist because I think I found it from my buddy before, who's an artist.
Okay.
And I think it's like $30
Okay.
for lifetime ownership of it.
I'll go buy a stylus tomorrow.
All right.
Okay, so let's try it.
Okay.
Whatever. Worst
with it.
case scenario, we've spent, $50 to buy a stylus and and 30
Yeah.
on a.
There's not much investment in getting it started at all.
But then here's the other thing: how do we market the NFT?
Well, so when you post your NFT, you're going to post it to some place like this OpenSea site. And OpenSea is like going to Sotheby's. This is where all of the auctions take place.
Okay.
So you post your stuff up there. And then like we can just go explore, or we can find things under different categories and shit like that. And so somebody could be on here just looking for graffiti.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's a search. So let's see.
Search graffiti. Let's see what they got.
I spell that right?
Nah,
Can't
it's
see from
usually
here.
2 F's.
I thought that was 2 F's. But anyway, so here. So see, there's people posting these up. So this guy's selling this for his floor price is 7/10 of, I think they're all on Ethereum. So let's see real quick. What's Ethereum worth today? 1 second. So Ethereum is going for about $3,200 right now. So he's going calculator. 3,200 divided by 0.07.
It's like $210 or something like that.
Yeah, I did it the wrong way. Why did I do that the wrong way? Christ. There, I wanted to do times. 3,200 times 0.07. Yeah, it's 200. So his minimum price for that is going to be $224. Now, here's the question, right?
But my shit's going to be even simpler than that.
That's fine. The simplicity of it is not necessarily what matters. If it looks cool, it looks cool.
Yeah.
Right? So there's a bunch of them up there. So there's obviously a niche for hand style.
Yeah.
So
Well, those are more like
they're
pieces.
they're more intricate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. But there's going to be simplistic stuff in there too.
I would not be surprised if nobody's just doing hand styles.
Yep.
Exactly.
So you have your own fucking
Okay.
pocket.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Give me 5 of them, and
All
then
right.
we'll put up 5. We'll see what happens.
All right.
It's just all you're wasting is the time it took you to make them.
Yeah. And I mean,
As good as you are,
yeah.
you shit them out in your sleep.
Right. All right. So we're going to open a privatized prison, a digital construction company, and we're going to start doing
Selling hand styles.
hand
to
style
finance
graffiti.
all of it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The hand style is going to lead to the construction company. The construction company is going to lead to the prisons.
Exactly. Now, there is as silly as all of this sounds to me.
Okay.
I stumbled today upon the most beneficial, coolest use of the metaverse yet. Like the use of the metaverse that to me, I'm like, oh, that sounds cool. What metaverse do we want to open up in?
Right. He's saying like there's a bunch of different sandboxes you can play in. So you're not only
One of them is called Sandbox, I believe.
probably. So you're not only, when we buy this land, you're not only picking how big the land is, but you're picking where the land is located. So in this case, for right now, I would say like Facebook's metaverse is like Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be somewhere there's going to be like the Detroit of the metaverse too.
Well, I
And
think
set
we're
up shop in there.
I think we want to open up the prison in whatever the Detroit is. You know
Right.
what I mean? We want
Right.
more customers, so to speak.
Yeah. And you want the rich people to know we're just going to cart them away. They're not going to be anywhere near you.
We'll take them from Beverly Hills.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
can send
yeah.
them over here
That's
to
what I mean.
Detroit. No,
Yeah,
no
fly 'em
problem.
out.
We'll keep them right here.
Scan them over.
I found the most what seems to be the most the most sensible thing that I've heard out of all this yet.
Okay.
I've heard today,
Okay.
which is that Walmart is opening up digital Walmarts in the metaverse. So basically, the idea is that the same way that you would do online shopping at Walmart, right? Now you're walking through the online aisles of Walmart, picking the things. I don't know if you press it, you put it in your cart or whatever, throw it in there, and now when it comes time to check out, you're actually checking out for real, and then you're getting that stuff sent to your house in real life. Now that is the first thing that I've heard that I was like, oh, that's kind of dope.
It's at least interesting. Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Right.
Right? Because it's way easier, right? If I need to go do my food shopping,
Right.
I can do it online at ShopRite, or I can go to ShopRite in person.
Sure.
Right? Now, online and ShopRite has its benefits, but it's much less, like it's easier for me to actually walk through the store and just pluck stuff off the shelves than
Okay.
I feel like it is to search for everything I need, remember everything I need, and go like, all right, I need this. I need to search for this.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't showing up when I search it.
Right.
Only these brands are showing up, but I want this other brand, and it should in the real store. It's right
It's
next
right
to
next
it.
to it. Right.
So why
Okay.
can't I find it here? So
Okay.
now that makes sense to me in the
Yeah.
metaverse. You know.
All right. I think I have done all of the different variations of shopping for food because that's my responsibility while I don't have a job. The one I like the best so far is Wegmans has this thing, right? So I open up this particular app in the Wegman when I'm inside of Wegmans. I just start shopping for my stuff. I already made my list. And each thing I grab, I scan it.
You see what the
No.
screen's on?
Shit, what's happening?
It's got this real big and us real small.
Oh, what
You
do
got
we
to put it back on
transfer
scene
over to the
one.
video?
Yeah, you got
There
to
you
put
go.
it on scene one.
So you go through, and each time you pick up a product, you scan it, and you bring your own bags with you because everybody's got to bring their own bags anyway.
Yeah.
And then when I get to the line, I scan my phone. It comes up with the price. I pay, and I leave. And that
At the store.
At the store, and I like that one a lot. The going through the aisles,
They're putting a lot of trust in you.
they're putting a ton of trust in me because I could really just bag up whatever I want and leave. And they don't have like Costco where like somebody looks at the receipt and counts all the items and lets you go. So they are putting some faith in you, but it's fucking great.
Well, there you have it. If you're hella poor and having trouble getting groceries for your family, now you know where you can steal some super easily.
You pay for like you pay for like a big chuck roast,
Yeah.
and then put everything you want underneath of it, and then just walk out.
There you go.
But yeah, I think that mix is really good. I'm trying to think of like, given the opportunity, if I would do like the whole virtual walk my hands.
I would give
through
it
an
a
aisle.
try.
I would definitely try
Yeah.
it. But I don't know that if it's something that would stick with me. I'm just trying to think it through. But I could see where, especially an older person who's just accustomed to walking through the store and looking at labels and seeing, I'm assuming they're going to lay it all out, like seeing the shelf talkers for what's on sale and all that stuff. I could see them really adopting that pretty hard because...
Or how about a day like today?
Right.
It's
snow
fucking
day.
22 degrees outside with
Yep.
snow, and you're like, I don't want to go to the store.
I need stuff, but I don't want to go out. Yeah.
You know, we need some stuff for dinner this weekend, and I need to get to the store today. I just got my paycheck in my bank account.
So
I got an hour. I just want to sit here on the couch and chill. I really don't want to get out and go to the store. Boom.
So
Throw
now-
your Oculus on.
So now is time to go back about 35 episodes or so. Combine your world supermarket
With the metaverse.
with the metaverse, with the ghost kitchen concept.
The ghost kitchen?
So, are you familiar with this ghost kitchen idea?
No.
So, with the boom over the last 2 years of places, DoorDash and things like that,
Yeah.
there's a lot of places, and Denny's is pretty guilty of it, where like Denny's sets up a fake website for like Bob's local restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And they have a list of food on Bob's local restaurant, and you order the burger from Bob's local restaurant,
Right.
and it's
And
actually
you're getting
Denny's
Denny's
making it
burger.
and flipping it. So we do it, right? And we just ghost kitchen with all the different supermarkets so that everything you need is always in stock for all of the different recipes that we have. And then it just comes from, I don't know, probably not DoorDash, but whatever the grocery one is.
Right.
And they bring it to your door and you're done.
If we could put some of our ideas into play, dude,
Yeah.
we'd be paid.
We got to stop drinking on Friday nights. And
We come up with some fucking good ideas, man.
yeah, we roll that all together and we might have something. And then we'll construct the store, and then other people will like the way our store looks.
Yeah.
And then that's that branch of it.
Exactly.
And then we'll catch
Right.
the people trying to steal from us, and that's the
We'll
prison
buy,
part.
We'll buy a store for you.
We got our
Yeah.
whole fucking thing going.
Yeah, we're gonna become moguls in the metaverse, I think, and it's all gonna start with hand styles.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, yeah. I'm following you.
Okay.
All right, because I'm just trusting that you're gonna break me off the piece my due piece. That's all, man.
You will get your rightful ownership. You get 300, and I get the other 1100, like
cool.
our standard our standard agreement.
Cool, man. I mean, we put in another hour here, didn't we? We had a full
Give
hour.
or take, we got a couple minutes to go and make it a real hour.
I mean, we could talk about something really exciting like no more farts in a jar, but I just don't care.
I think it's I think that the bullet point in that story that you need to take away is that she was making $100,000 a year selling farts in a jar.
I think it was more than a year. I thought it was like 50,000 a week she was making selling farts in a jar.
I saw it as $100,000 a year. I'm sure it could be more than that, but she was making $100,000 a year farting in a jar, and she is barely on the fringe of being famous. She was on that 90 Day Fiance show, which is just barely on the $100,000 a year. There's $100,000.
But she's a babe. Babes can pull off some stuff.
They can. I've seen them sell bath water,
Yeah.
all kinds of other shit. But even with that, I'm trying to think of all the perverse and scummy things that I'd be willing to engage in for money. Buying your farts in a jar is not buying bath water. None of that is on my list at all. I don't know what that.
That's dorks.
What
You're
that
a
does.
nerd.
Like I get.
That's for the dorks.
I get buying like the panties that she wore the other day. I almost get that because that's not only tactile, but it's also you can keep going back to it if that's your thing.
Yeah.
You open this jar once, possibly it smells like it's supposed to smell.
Probably not.
You have no way of cross-referencing
Yeah,
it.
what if it's not a stinky fart?
What if it's not her fart? How would you ever know?
Yeah.
How would you ever know if her husband's not just like, you
What
know,
if the fart seeps out of the jar?
what if it's just that fucking stink bomb liquid, right? A little drop, and
Yep.
you just drop a napkin in there, and that's it. And they're just paying flat out money for it. Like it's insane.
Well,
We need a Metaverse fart store.
listen, it just comes
Our
down.
our grocery store will have a gourmet fart aisle.
Yeah. It comes down to just looking at the world as it collapses
Yeah.
and just finding
Just play with it,
entertainment
yeah.
in it.
Let it
yeah.
go.
What are you gonna do?
Fiddle
you know?
while it burns.
I wanted to talk about the people one of the sections of people I hate the most. I don't think we're gonna get in. Should I save it?
No, let's do it.
No, because I got a couple. I got a couple of things here that we could talk about real quick.
All right.
Here's one. I got one.
Do the speedy bullet points.
Yeah. We've been in tough times.
Okay.
All right. A lot of people are talking about how they're having trouble earning a buck,
Okay.
which is bullshit. Right? There's always a way to earn a buck.
There's always money in the streets.
Yeah. Even if the metaverse runs dry, you can find money in the real-averse.
Yep. There's always money in the streets.
My
My dad's motto.
What I saw today was something that it blew my mind, but it also the level of respect that I had for this man is unwarranted.
Off the charts.
Yeah, off the charts, dude. I'm in Depot getting whatever. I had to get some powder actuated bullets and nails.
Okay.
All right, which didn't work anyway.
Oh.
I had such a headache trying
ground
to
too
put down.
cold?
No, the ground was just. I every time I put a powder actuated into it, the concrete cracked all the way up, so the powder actuated nail wouldn't grab into it.
Right.
I was just having a headache of a time with this thing, and then I built this wall once, and then the customer came down and they're like, "Oh, we didn't want it 18 inches, we wanted it 12 inches," and I was like, "Well, you didn't say either of those. I was just." Making it how you described it. I didn't know we were going by measurements here.
Right.
So I rip it out and do it again. And it was a headache, but I had to go get powder actuated bullets and nails. And I'm in Depot, and I had to pee. So I went in, and I took a leak. Inside of the bathroom in Depot, there was a guy who was cleaning up, right? He was wiping things down.
Okay. Like the janitor.
Like the
Well,
janitor.
Appearing to be like the janitor.
Appearing to be more of a bathroom attendant.
Okay.
Also, so I take a leak as I'm watching him. I kind of just, out the corner of my eye, catch him wiping down the sink and the mirrors and all that, right? I go take a leak. I'm wearing gloves, so I'm not washing my hands. Because you don't wash your hands with gloves on.
No, that would be silly.
Buckle my belt and start walking out. He reaches over into his little cart that he had that I just didn't even pay attention to and says, "Hey, would you like a mint?" Pulls out a tray. My man came in off of the streets
Right.
and made his own job as a bathroom attendant at Home Depot, working solely for tips.
Picking up tips, yeah.
Not all, so, you're going to tip the guy because you're a
course,
gentleman.
yeah.
If you take a mint, you're going to tip him. Even if you don't take a mint,
You're still going to throw him
you
a buck.
feel a little
Yeah.
guilty because this guy's in here attending the bathroom,
Right.
cleaning it because Depot doesn't clean it good enough.
Right.
And secondarily, if they come in and see him, he's automatically got a job.
Yeah, they're not going to kick him out.
They're gonna be like-
because nobody's going to complain like, oh, this guy's bothering me in the
Right.
bathroom.
They're going to be like, well, shit, I guess we should call corporate and get your paperwork filled
Right.
out and get you on the payroll.
We got the only Home Depot with a first-class bathroom.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
dude. And whether they decide to let him continue to be the bathroom attendant at Home Depot or they give him a different
Let
position,
him restock shelves.
he showed up and proved his worth and his work ethic.
And he's working it, yeah.
And this is the thing, right? There's always a buck to be made.
Yeah.
How bad do you want to? How hard are you willing to look for it, and how hard are you willing to work to get
Right.
it?
And how low are you willing to reduce your self-esteem to get it? Yeah.
But look, who cares when it
No,
comes
no.
to feeding your family?
No,
you got to
I'm-
put your self-esteem out the window.
I'm not knocking them for it. I'm just
Right.
saying, like, there are people who will say, oh, I wouldn't want to stand around and smell someone else's shit all day
You'd
long.
rather
Well,
starve?
Go for you.
Right. You'd rather have your baby girl or baby boy not have lunch to bring to school?
Right.
Or would you rather have to sit in the
smell
bathroom at
some
Home
shit.
Depot?
Yeah.
If you say the prior, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
If you're gonna let your kids starve because of your pride, you're a scumbag.
You're a terrible person.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's always a buck to be made, and we're gonna leave you on that.
Yeah.
If you're having some financial trouble, a lot of us are right now. You know, I had a good year, and I'm still having a struggle financially. You know, it's just finance right now in America is tough. The gap is growing larger. You know, the middle class is disappearing.
Getting crushed.
Yeah, so, you know, I'm sure a lot of yous are having a hard time, as a lot of us are. But there's a way to get money, right?
Always. And there's legit ways to get. I should
Yeah.
clarify.
Yeah.
We're not talking about any
No.
scumbaggery. There's always legit money in the streets somewhere if you're ready to hustle for it.
And you're not going to get it by sitting at home
No.
trying to think about it. Like, the best way that you're going to find $1
Is go out and look
is
for it.
wake up every morning, get in your vehicle or get out on your feet, on your bicycle, on a bus, and just start looking for it.
Yeah.
If I can almost guarantee you, I'll put some of my money on it, that if you went out every day giving 110% looking for $1, you're not going to go more than 2 weeks without figuring out some way to earn some cash.
Getting some money in your pocket.
But you got to really want it.
Yeah.
You know, you got to really be about going to get it.
Yep.
And even though the middle class is, like you said, we're slowly getting crushed and eliminated and being pushed down into lower class, right? That doesn't give you an excuse to give up and say, like, well, there's nothing I could do.
You can't give up because giving up just doesn't equate to dying. And so if you just give up and still live, you're
It's going
just
to make life worse.
Yeah, it's only going to be worse.
It's going to get worse. So you keep getting out there and you keep hustling and putting one foot in front of the other and hoping that at some point a door opens up. And that door opens and makes things a little easier.
But you
And
got to
then
knock. No one's opening the door for free.
And then you keep grinding again until the next door opens up. And when that opens up, it gets a little bit better and a little bit better. And things will keep getting a little bit better till you're comfortable, as long as you keep grinding forward. So you just keep putting one foot in front of the other until you figure out how to make hand-style NFTs. And that's when it breaks open for you and you become a Metaverse millionaire.
That's right.
You know, you become a crypto millionaire, and then the next thing you know, you're buying a condo in Miami and riding a boat with Venezuelan immigrant models.
It's the only way I'm going to Miami.
I mean, I'd probably just go for the hell of it.
Now, if the Venezuelan models are there, I'm there. If it's just you, we can talk over the phone.
Look, man, I'm going to have to it's going to take a whole lot of money for me to be able to keep my family and also have a couple of Venezuelan models on the side.
All right, then let's get that money. Gotta keep grinding forward.
I think it's going to take me $1 million a year to make $1 million a year for my wife, for her to accept me having girlfriends.
I think it's going to be a bigger number than that.
I don't know. I think that $1 million a year for her.
Yeah.
Let's break that. That's almost $100,000 a month.
Right.
In her bank account.
Right.
I think for $100,000 a month in her bank account, she'll let me have a girlfriend.
I'm betting no.
I'm going to talk to her. Let's revisit it next week.
I'll tell you what.
I'll have this conversation.
You have this conversation, but throw this codicil in there, and I'll bet this will be the deal breaker maker. You can have girlfriends, but you got to keep them private. Nothing out in the open.
Of course.
Right. So then maybe. But if it's out in the open that like other people now know what you're up to with her, She's gonna say no.
No, and I wouldn't put it out in the open.
Not on purpose.
No,
If you're riding around with Venezuelan models, eventually the pictures are gonna show up.
Listen, I love my wife,
Yeah, of
and I
course.
want to come home to her every night and have dinner with her.
Of course.
But I'm also a man, and if I could have a Venezuelan girlfriend on, 1 or 2 nights a month,
Those 2 nights will be spectacular.
it would be okay. I'm just playing. I would never want that.
No, I know. In the
would never want that.
in the metaverse.
This is what we're talking
Yeah,
metaverse
this
here.
is only going to happen in the metaverse.
We're talking metaverse
Yeah.
here. Yeah. All right. Very well. This is what's that, Miss?
That's all
Miss
Venezuelan
Venezuela
models.
for the
Yeah.
past 10 years.
No, this is random women in Venezuela.
Yeah.
This is just spy cam pictures.
My first real girlfriend was Venezuelan,
Okay,
and my first elementary school girlfriend also Venezuelan.
that's solid work.
I do good, man. My wife now is a babe. I've been doing babes for a long time, bro. I haven't had any other babes besides my wife for a
Right.
good decade now. But for the previous 2 decades,
Leading up to that, it's been a thing.
yeah, I'm a babe getter.
I'm not going to pretend like I am.
I might not be able to get babes anymore. It's been such a long time.
Nah, you'll be fine. You're a construction worker. That's like the female ideal, like a guy who works hard with his hands and,
Yeah.
and then prospers.
That's true. You got to prosper though.
Yeah, you have to a little bit. You don't have to like be a billionaire. You just got to prosper. You got to have enough money to go to the bar.
I wouldn't yet say that I'm prospering, but once these hand styles get on
You were good.
this
Yeah,
NFT site, maybe so.
that's right.
Anyway, this is the GiG Podcast. We're here every Friday night on the live stream. To find the live stream, you have to like the GiG Podcast Facebook page. Real easy. Type it in, search it, find us, like it, follow us. And then every Friday night at 9 o'clock and every Monday at 8:30, we're doing a show. Friday is the GiG. Monday is the Tool Shed that has an extra man in the seat. That's our boy Biz. Also, he sings rap songs. Very good rap songs.
He does.
Off the top of the head.
Just had a new one come out recently.
Improvisational rap songs off the top of the head every Monday night. And then you get 2 G's and a microphone talking whatever wild business model that we have that particular week. This week, it was the digital business model.
That's right.
Next week, it could be anything. It might be a catalytic converter theft
yeah.
ring. Might be a supermarket. Might be a juvenile re-education camp. You never know what you're going to get when you show up here on
But
Friday
you
night.
do know it's going to be brilliant.
You know you're going to get something brilliant. That's for sure. And if not brilliant, entertaining.
Funny.
Yeah.
We shoot for both, but sometimes we only land on one or the other.
Yeah. So, come back next week. Go check www.thegigpodcast.net for all the previous episodes. Search us on iTunes or Spotify if you want audio only. Do the things you're supposed to do. You got to like, you got to subscribe, you got to comment. What's up?
I never sent you the audio for the tool shed. I totally forgot.
What were you supposed to say?
This past week's tool shed. I never sent just the pure audio for it.
Oh, yeah, I know. I didn't worry about it too much because we didn't have any audio for
For the other
the
show.
gig either.
Okay.
The tool shed is secondary to me.
That's how I feel too.
This is our bread and butter. So thank you guys for coming by. If you watched it, you're still here. Thank you. I appreciate you watching it. Tell a friend, like, subscribe, do all the stuff you're supposed to do to keep this thing growing. And we will see you next week. Peace.